All right, viewers, those are the headlines and big news coming in from the Middle East. The Israeli military has now confirmed that 7 hostages have been released by Hamas. A large crowd has gathered in support for the families of the hostages in Tel Aviv. They have erupted in celebration. But this very picture you can see on your screens at the moment, it shows the moment the Red Cross convoy was transporting the first 7 hostages through Gaza, and now the IDF has in fact given confirmation that they have received these 7 hostages. Yes, we are receiving fresh confirmation that the 7 Israeli hostages released by Hamas are now in the hands of IDF troops in Gaza Strip. We had in fact received those visuals that we were in fact running just a short while earlier. You could see the helicopters present on the ground as the convoy was in fact moving forward as well. These are of course visuals of the celebration that is taking place at the Hostages Square in Tel Aviv. We'll try to get those other visuals of the escorting of the hostages taking place. We do know that the hostages released have been identified as Matan Angrest, brothers Gali and Ziv Berman, Olon Ohel, Eitan Mor, Omri Miran and Guy Gilboa Dalal. Now the hostages will be escorted out of the Gaza Strip by Israeli special forces to an army facility near the border community of Riem for an initial checkup and to meet their families. This is of course a major development that is taking place in the Middle East. With us on the broadcast is Xavier Abu Eid, political analyst, joining us from Amman in Jordan. Thank you so much for taking out time and speaking to us on NewsX World. A landmark moment we are witnessing over here. The first set of hostages have now been released by Hamas. We've received visual confirmation as well. The IDF also has come out. Hamas officials have also come out and put in their statements. We're also expecting the prisoner swap to be taking place very soon. 250 prisoners will be released into the West Bank, and 1,716 Palestinians who were detained from Gaza are expected to be released at the Nasser hospital very soon. What do you make of this very crucial moment? Is this a catalyst to peace in the Middle East? Are we witnessing history being made?
Thank you, Pia. No, I think it's certainly a landmark occasion, but I don't think that this is becoming a turning point at this stage. We have more questions than answers from the U.S. administration. What we have now is an exchange of Israeli captives. At this last stage are basically all members of the Israeli occupation forces, in addition to the remains, to the bodies of captives that were killed in Gaza during the Israeli aggression, in exchange of 250 Palestinians that were serving life sentences, as well as over 1,700 people that were randomly detained in Gaza. And I think that's very important for people to understand. We have more than 10,000 Palestinians in Israeli jails. Many of them, thousands of them, are detained without not a single charge against them. They have been deprived also of seeing their families, or as well as being treated under international humanitarian law standards. And this is what we have now. In exchange of this, there will be an Israeli withdrawal to about 50% of Gaza. Still around 50% remains with Israeli troops. And I don't really know if Prime Minister Netanyahu will have the appetite to keep moving with the second stage of this U.S. initiative once all the Israeli captives are back home. That's why I think it is an important moment, certainly, for many Israeli families, for more Palestinian families. But what's the question that remains here is, what's next?
Indeed. And speaking of what's next, we are now learning and getting fresh breaking